Get this, insider. Sources are saying there might be a huge change coming to the IPL.
Ooh.
Could RCB be about to bring KL Rahul back? Social media is going crazy. Fans are like, it's happening, it's happening.
Yeah, I've seen all the chatter.
And honestly, I'm starting to think they might be right.
Well, the thing that's making everyone go nuts is that video.
Oh, right. RCB put out that cryptic video, like, right before the deadline for keeping players.
Exactly. They're talking about their plans for next season, but it's all mysterious, like they're hinting at something big.
Definitely got people talking.
Big time.
And on top of that, the mega auction is just around the corner, right?
Yep.
And rumor has it, KL Rahul might actually be let go by the Lucknow Super Giants.
Interesting.
So put two and two together. RCB needs a captain, they need a wicketkeeper. Who better to fill those spots than good old KL Rahul?
Could be a perfect fit.
But is this just wishful thinking from RCB fans? Or could this reunion actually happen?
That's what we're going to find out.
That's the big question.
To understand if this could really happen, we got to look at why Rahul might leave Lucknow in the first place.
Okay, so let's break this down. Remember, after LSG lost to Sunrisers last season, the owner didn't seem too happy.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Some people thought the things he said about Rahul's leadership were a bad sign.
You're talking about Sanjeev Goenka.
Yeah.
He was publicly critical of Rahul. And the timing was interesting, right before they had to decide who to keep on the team.
Exactly. It sent a shock through the whole IPL world for sure.
For sure.
And then there's the fact that Lucknow seems to be focusing on building a younger team for the future.
Right.
They've got these exciting young players, Puran, Bishnoi, Yadav, Khan, Badoni.
Yeah, a lot of talent there.
Seems like their long-term plan might not include Rahul.
It makes you wonder, especially when you look at who they decided to keep. They chose to hold on to Puran.
Oh, interesting.
And he's not just a big hitter, he's a potential captain too. So keeping him instead of Rahul, that tells you something about what they're thinking, you know?
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're moving in a different direction.
It does.
So with Rahul potentially up for grabs, RCB sees an opportunity.
I can see why they'd be interested.
And they really need a captain and wicketkeeper.
It's almost like it's meant to be. Dinesh Karthik just retired.
Yeah.
And then there's Faf Du Plessis. He's 40. Is he really part of their long-term plan?
Yeah, good point.
So suddenly, the door's wide open.
And who walks in? Ticking all the boxes.
KL Rahul.
Experienced captain, check. Successful opener, check. Capable wicketkeeper, check.
He really is the whole package.
He's the total package.
And they're probably going to keep Kohli and Yash Dayal, so they'll have the money to go after a big name like Rahul at the auction.
They'll definitely have the funds. And don't forget the homegrown factor. RCB loves having players from Karnataka.
Oh, for sure.
The fans would go absolutely crazy for a local boy leading the team.
They would.
Why, think about it. Rahul actually started his IPL journey with RCB back in 2013.
Right. I'd forgotten about that.
This could be a real homecoming story.
It would be quite the narrative.
It would be huge. But before we get too carried away, we got to talk about something else.
What's that?
The competition.
Ah, right.
A player like KL Rahul, he's going to be in high demand.
Absolutely.
Teams like CSK and KKR, they need captains too.
Yeah.
They might be ready to spend a lot to get him.
They might go all out.
And then there's another thing to consider.
What's that?
The right to match card.
Ah, right. Lucknow could use that.
So for people who don't know, this card is a big deal. It means that no matter how much other teams offer Rahul, Lucknow can match that offer and keep him.
Exactly. They get the final say.
So the question is, will they use it? Especially since they seem to be moving towards a younger team now.
And Rahul hasn't been in his best form lately either.
Yeah, his strike rate has dropped a bit.
It has. That might make some teams think twice.
On the other hand, letting a player like him go is a big risk.
Definitely.
Lucknow needs to be sure those young players are ready to step up.
They've got a big decision to make.
They do. So RCB has their hopes, Lucknow has their dilemma, Rahul has his potential.
And a lot of money is going to be involved.
This auction is going to be intense.
It's going to be a wild ride. We've been talking about why this reunion could work for both RCB and Rahul.
Right.
But let's be honest, there are some things to think about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not as simple as it sounds.
Definitely not. You can't ignore how Rahul's been playing lately. His strike rate has been a bit of a talking point, especially when it comes to how quickly he scores runs at different points in the game. And there have been times when certain types of bowling have troubled him.
That's true. Teams will definitely be looking at all those details. They want to see if he can get back to that explosive form he used to have. be able to adapt to whatever's happening in the match, especially in P20 cricket where every ball matters.
Exactly. And it's not just about whether Rahul fits the roles they need, right?
No.
It's about if he's the absolute best choice. You've got to compare him to other players.
Yeah.
Who else could be captain? How does Rahul's strike rate stack up against other options?
They've got to weigh their options carefully. It's a big decision.
Okay, so his form is a question mark.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, this guy has done amazing things in the IPL.
Well.
He can win games all by himself.
Oh, absolutely. Remember those centuries he scored for Lucknow back to back? The guy's got serious talent.
Unbelievable.
Maybe a change of scenery is all he needs?
Yeah.
Going back to a place he's familiar with could be just the spark he needs.
A fresh start.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought. But let's face it, we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
What's that?
Money.
Ah, yes.
KL Rahul is one of the highest paid players in the IPL. If RCB wants him, they're going to have to open up their wallets.
Yeah, he was paid a lot in the last mega auction.
He was. RCB has freed up some cash by letting go of some players, but they still need to be smart about it.
They can't spend it all on one player. They've got to think about the whole team.
Exactly. They can't leave other weaknesses in the lineup. It's a balancing act.
And on the other side, Lucknow has a big decision to make too. Letting Rahul go is a gamble.
It is.
They're basically putting all their faith in those young players.
Right.
Believing they can step up right away.
Yeah. Imagine Pornow in captain. That's a lot of pressure on top of his batting.
It is.
Yeah.
I think he can handle it. Do they even have a backup plan if things don't work out?
Those are the tough questions Lucknow's management has to figure out.
Sure.
Letting Rahul go could backfire big time if those young guys aren't ready.
Yeah. But on the other hand, holding on to him when they seem to be focusing on younger players could create problems too.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in.
It is. It'll be interesting to see what they do. They've got to be clear about what their plan is.
So we've got RCB wanting to make this happen, Lucknow trying to figure things out, Rahul with all his potential.
Right.
And then there's all that money involved.
This auction is shaping up to be a real nail-biter.
Definitely is. Big decisions ahead. Big stakes for everyone involved. Whatever happens in the next few weeks could affect these teams for years.
No doubt about it.
Okay, we've talked about the challenges.
We have?
But what if it all works out?
Yeah.
What if Rahul does go back to RCB?
What are the possibilities?
That's what I want to know.
Well, imagine Rahul opening the batting with Virat Kohli.
Whoa. Now that would be something else.
That combo alone would scare any bowler in the league.
I can just imagine the RCB fans. They'd go wild.
They would. And with Faf maybe taking a step back, Rahul could slide right into the captain's role. He brings stability and experience.
He does.
And he already knows how things work at RCB. It'd be a true homecoming.
It would be. And he's a good leader, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's known for being calm and a good strategist.
Could he be the missing piece? The guy who finally leads RCB to that championship?
It's a real possibility. The potential is huge. But before we get carried away, we got to look at the bigger picture. How this all affects the team.
Ah, yes. Team dynamics are important. It's not just about filling roles.
It's about how Rahul fits in with the other players, especially the big stars like Virat Kohli.
That's a great point. Let's be honest, they've had their moments in the past. Remember the time they had that stare down a few years back?
Oh, yeah. That was intense. There's definitely some history there.
There is. But both of them have matured a lot since then. We've seen them get along great playing for India.
That's true. But playing for a franchise is different. More pressure, more intensity.
Absolutely. But the fact that they've played together and respect each other could help them deal with any problems that might come up.
Yeah, they both want to win a championship for RCB. That could be a strong bond between them.
Could be. And at the end of the day, both Kohli and Rahul are professionals. They're dedicated to the game.
They're team players.
Mm-hmm.
They understand what's important. But we can't forget about Faf Du Plessis.
Oh, right.
If RCB keeps him, how would that work with Rahul coming in?
Yeah, that's a good question. Would Faf be willing to step aside as captain, let Rahul take over?
It's possible. He has said he wants to mentor younger players. Maybe he sees this as a chance to move into a more senior role, be a guide for the team.
That could actually be a really smart move for RCB. Imagine having both Faf and Rahul leading the team.
Wow, that would be a powerful combination. Send a message to the whole league. Having both Faf and Rahul leading RCB, that's a tantalizing thought. But we got to be real, there are always risks with big moves like this.
Oh, definitely. There's always a flip side. For RCB, the biggest risk is, what if they spend all this money on Rahul and he doesn't get back to his best form?
What if he keeps struggling like he has been?
Right. That would be a big blow to their chances of winning it all.
For sure.
There's also the risk of messing with the team's chemistry.
Yeah. How's everyone going to react to Rahul coming in?
Exactly. Bringing in a big name like him, it could upset the balance they've already got.
It's like you never know how those things will play out. Egos, power struggles, that stuff can really hurt a team.
It absolutely can. And then for Rahul, there's the pressure of joining a team that's been trying to win the IPL for so long.
Oh, yeah. The expectations would be through the roof.
RCB fans are serious about their cricket. They want that trophy. They'd be looking to Rahul to make it happen.
No pressure, right?
This could be a make-or-break moment for him. Can he handle it, or will he crack under the pressure?
So what do you think? Is RCB taking a big risk? Or is this a smart move that could finally get them that championship?
That's the big question. We've talked about the reasons, the challenges, the potential, and the risks. Now it's up to you listening to decide. Do you think this reunion is going to be a success story, or is it just a pipe dream?
One thing's for sure. This mega auction is going to be a wild ride. We'll be watching closely to see what happens.
It's going to be fascinating. I can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
As we wrap up our deep dive today, we want to leave you with one last thought. Could bringing KL Rahul back be the final piece of the puzzle for RCB, the thing that finally helps them win that IPL trophy? Or is it just a bit of nostalgia, a dream that won't come true?
Only time will tell. Until then, let the speculation and excitement continue.
That's all for today, folks. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the possible return of KL Rahul to RCB. We'll be back soon with another exciting topic to explore. Until then, keep those cricket brains working.